Someone is offering me a 2006. But can't put in the grace or come. But I hope you guys are doing well. Kambalinde. Uyu mwana yimvuga taxi. I can't. Yisa obadde mabega wange kyekyoka kyenkuwa. Manange, good morning. This adrenaline is good. Wataxa ngezezaako na nemererwa. It's nice. It's nice. Martha, good morning. Abatax. What? It feels nice. It feels nice. Huh? It can't. Wait, that adrenaline rush is nice. Good morning, Daniel Denold. Mwe, there's that adrenaline rush that comes with but you don't know what I feel now. Arwanye n'arwana ne bigana asa eyirole bali mu maaso tebagwire. That kind of what kind. No, actually it's okay. Nze esimu yange ndoza itatedde. I think inakuba wait. This one is okay. Techamye. This one is okay. I'm tuned in out of Dubai. Amina. Corona manyi. Ate nera bidembade nnyo okutiritinga mbalago wa taxi nga alwana okunnemmesa. Ne mugamba yisagenda maaso ga lolo bodde mabega wange. It felt nice. Nachita yekka. But I hope you guys are doing well. I hope ate mujine na jiteke muyingi ne manange Corolla no mujireke. I don't want anyone talking about the Corolla. This is a mighty machine. Ay motoka ya mani mujireke no jireka. Gwe yike motoka ya mani. So today I want us to talk about durability versus reliability. Those are two things that we need to understand. Of course, Grace Kabonero, if you come back, you tell me. I don't want to answer your question when you're not here. I don't want to answer your question when you're not here. I only want to answer when you're here. You're here. Kakati, a 2005 model car in a good 2005 model car, a good one. Okujja konge enywa amafuta nga nyini ye mutami nga bwolaba, because you see that Mark X zinywa, but you cannot get a good Mark X at 10 million. You cannot. Yet Mark X is one of those Toyotas that don't have market resale value. I don't know if I make sense, Grace. So I want to answer your question in a way that you would have comparisons. A Mark X, first of all, are high maintenance. Second of all, they are rear wheel drives, which means ziserera. Thirdly, zinywa nyama futa. And those reasons combined, they give the Mark X a bad resale value. People don't really like Mark X. But even with that background, you cannot get a Mark X even at UAM at 10 million. It would be 12, 13. Ngeri ku UAM And I'm talking about the first models of the Mark X. My Corolla is a 2001 model. It's manual. Okay? It's manual. I cannot tell you that it's in the best condition. I'm following the analogy of one of my friends who said, Arthur, you cannot be listening to the car literally all the time. Literally. You cannot be listening to the car all the time, or else your family will not eat. Katibu brechi nabokoze. Najitademo emitwaro 15 yesterday. I'm giving you this amount to help those guys that normally tell me makanika bichi najitademo 15 brechi nebusirika. Okitegeera. But I'm trying to give you a comparison. Nti yange ba broker bagigule million 8 mu mbeera yayo. UAM 2001. Okay, of course it's a nice car. Okitegeera naye si mpya. 2001. Which other comparison can I give you? Olaba Harrier eyo eri maaso ga taxi eyo. That's the first model of the Harrier. Nywa amafuta ngabo okiwulira. The only Harrier you can get at 10 million or less would be a 3000cc car, which consumes fuel like it was sent to consume. Nkuwa kati examples. Eye modoka yo Harrier 3000cc teri ayinza na kujagala jigulako. That's why it's cheap. 2400cc neweba ku UAM eri mu milioni 13. Ontegeera ate ebe enywa nnyo amafuta. Ontegeera. So which car can I tell you that is cheap? Okay, tugende ku Toyota Chikumi. Chikumi is a 1993. Buchikumi obuba 1993, eh? 1993, 1994. Bukoso obo 1993, 1994. Okitegeera. But do you know how much they sell them? Nga kalinga ku UAE million 5. Nga atera tekaba kalamu bulungi. Kati bwe kayingirako mu UAM awo. Nga kali mu obulamu kali mu million 8 and people buy them. Do you know why? It's a good thing that now we are talking about durability versus reliability. The reason why those cars are expensive is, first of all, they are both durable and reliable. Both durable and reliable. Kakati, you have to ask yourself, why is someone selling to me a 2005 model car, which I also know is a very good number plate, which I also know looks very nice, which I also know interior nunji, body nunji. Why is that person selling to you at 10 million? The only reason people those cars very cheaply, one, maintenance is expensive. Two, those cars are not reliable. They are durable. They are very durable, but they are not reliable. My point is, when we talk about durability versus reliability, you guys have heard when people keep saying Mercedes Benz, Moroka Mpangazi, Teina Jiraga, Ulide Bati, and they use that as a selling point. They are talking about durability. That Nissan Note is not a bad car, but you have to ask yourself, how reliable will it be for me? It's very important for us to think about that. I can't say I know your income range, Grace, but can tell you that if you're the kind of person that has a lot of money, I would not advise you to buy a Nissan Note at that amount. I would actually advise you to increase your money and go to the bond. You can get like a Vitz 2009 model at around 25. If you have a lot of money. Now, I'm trying to create a contrast. If you don't have money, the reason why you're buying a car at 10 million is because you don't have money. Still, the Nissan Note would be a very bad choice, because Nissans are known for expensive maintenance, but also mechanics don't know how to fix these cars. I'll give you an example. There is a guy Namogerako, I think, in one of my TikToks. He's called Jeff. He does wiring. Only his garage strictly does wiring, electrical wiring of the cars. And I can tell you that when you go to his garage, majority of the cars that are in that garage that have failed to find solutions are Nissans, Mitsubishi, Ford, Nissan, Mitsubishi, Ford. Those are majority of the cars. You'll find Nissan X-Trails, Nissan Advance. Now, I'm not because the Nissan Note is new on the market. ndudde okugendayo. But I can tell you that Nissans make up the biggest percentage of the cars in Jeff's garage. Why? Because of wiring complications. So that's why normally for me when I'm recommending that you buy a Toyota, I'm not simply saying because I hate the other brands of cars. It's because I've seen a lot of people have problems with them, and it will be a very bad thing for someone to go and have a car that will be problematic. Nissan Note Jireke. It's a good car. It will be very comfortable. It's a motor ziri durable tezideraje ziraga. The Nissan Note would basically be like a Spacio. Even the consumption would actually be okay, but the amount of money you spend in maintaining this car, you have to ask yourself, is it worth it? And I totally find that normally it's not. Now at 10 million you can get a Spacio like that one. I can't guarantee which number plate you will get, but whatever Spacio your old model, you can get it. Kali kakosa omusajja abadde atomedde n'omuntu naye daba waali nyinza n'omuyitako okitegeere. Bana guys, when you're driving on Kampala roads, don't drive like you're the first person to drive a car. Omusajja wakakosa akabadde atomedde omukazi n'abeera enguudo ayisizza ajjadduka okitegeera naye wuuyo. It's a very bad thing. Kati bw'otomera omuntu kati obadde opapa kyobadde otomedde n'omuntu. Banange, we need to create awareness so that people know si gwa asoose okuvuga emmotoka adde atomedde omukadde bambi ngadduka yasoose kudduka eri Kawanda nampitako zwi tubadde tutuuka ku reham tuli ku hamps nyimiridde omukazi abadde asala bambi najja abadde amukubye ebyuma kati muyiseeko kati abadde apapa. Guys, when you're driving on Ugandan roads gwe manya nti Ugandan roads are unpredictable. Tomanyi wakajjamwe kagenda kukwatira, tomanyi wa musirikale wanakuyimiririza. Kati ekifo ky'okupapa odduke, ekifo ky'okupapa keera, you guys keera ove mangu ewaka tewali kikupapya. Emotoka etuli maaso mugiraba, that's called the Corolla. They come back to Corolla 190. It's one of those very, very, very reliable and durable cars. And yet, on the market, see a bay in Akatono. Which take it. For someone that's trying to buy a budget car, that's one car that I would recommend you buy if you don't have a lot of money. And yet you're looking for a car that will not be very high maintenance. That one with the Ipsum, with the Chikumi, those cars, those are the budget cars normally that I recommend. The cost is not so bad, but I wouldn't recommend it. When it starts dying, it dies like it was set to die. So the cost I wouldn't really recommend. Okujja konga bwejowulira jo yagalo bawa jira bakotata wonga ajifuko bajjajjawo nga gwowulira kosa jokola ki. Kiringa Raum old model. The only reason I would recommend someone buys a Raum old, I would let someone, not recommend, I would let someone buy a Raum old model is if their father was driving a Raum old model, their grandfather was driving a Raum old model, and for them they believe the Raum old model is the only car for them in their family. But I wouldn't recommend it. So durability versus reliability. It's important that we understand and apply these concepts. It's important that we understand and apply these concepts before we buy a car or even anything. Before you buy a phone, before you buy a car, before you buy a pichi, before you buy an aeroplane for us that hope to become rich and buy helicopters, before you buy a TV, before you buy a woofer, before you buy anything, I think you should consider durability. You should also consider reliability. But now, when do you apply these concepts of durability versus reliability? Durability means that something something that is durable outlives even its usefulness. That's how I can define it. Ekintu ekiri durable kyekintu ekitavaawo, ekitafa mangu, something that doesn't die totally quickly. I'm not going to say that doesn't get faults. Something that doesn't die totally quickly. Kwegamba, something that lives as long and long and long and long. Something that lives so long. That's what we call that's how we can define durability. Gaia, the Gaia is the ipsum. It's just that it's ugly. You get it? It's how you say that the brown woman and the black woman are both women, but the other one is brown. Ipsum is the brown woman. Which it will be beautiful, more beautiful. Even when the Gaia has this. Now I can't, but mine was on your end, I think. So that one will be newer. Guys, we're 23 guys. Give me likes. Thank you, Salman. Marvin, thank you for telling them. Bambi, muteke your likes. So durability. Something that is durable. Techiva kuform, techiva kumap. As durable as Uganda's president. Uganda's president is durable. That's what we call durability. That's what we call durable. Okuba indicator nengo inogatako n'engombe ndozo gateko n'endulu. Indicator befura abatagiraba. Okuba indicator noteka ngombe nokuba endulu ololo ntuse wenviirako. Ntuse wenviirako. Yeah, but guys, you're welcome. This is For the Love of Cars, and I'm Arthur. I'm your host, sole proprietor for the Love of Cars, CEO, manager, Shamba Boy, one of the grounds For the Love of Cars. I hope you guys are doing well. How do I keep doing this every morning? Someone came to my TikTok nagamba abula atatoyina byakola kati gwe wakola ne program namba kumacha. Well, I have passion for this, but also I found a way to also commercialize this. For those guys that are new to this channel, because I know muri banji koi, for the guys that are new to this channel, how do I keep the lights on? How do I keep this going? I do pre-purchase inspections for people that want to buy good cars and at good prices. I charge for that service. I come with a mechanic and I help you select a good car, and I charge you 400,000 for that service. Now, if I get like 2 people nemba yambako every month to get a car, that is good to keep the data flowing, because I use about 1.5 GBs every day to have this show running. And of course, I'm passionate and I do research, so to keep me motivated. I also sell tracking devices for the people that have cars. You want to keep your car safe, because emmotoka toyinza kugula mmotoka milioni 20 bwe no gamba nti kisumuluzo kye bampeerako kye kigendo gikuuma safe. Okitegeera, you're basically giving the car to the thieves. So I sell tracking devices to help you have keep tabs on your car at all times. You can actually turn off the engine of your car using your mobile phone. Okay, you can see where your car has been using your mobile phone. You can see where your car is going in real time. No, I also have a kind of tracker. You can call the tracker and listen to what those people in the car are talking about you, about what they are planning. So someone can steal your car and you can even listen to them saying parking and stuff like that. So the tracker gives you power over your car. Now I also sell car alarms. So that's how I keep the lights on for this channel. Those they are those 3 things that I do: pre-purchase inspection, car trackers, and car alarms. So whenever you can support me, whenever you can recommend someone to come and support me, I will really appreciate it. Chemba manya chiri chimu nti when I help you do a pre-purchase inspection for your car, my goal is to make sure that you buy a car at literally wholesale price. Get to it a wholesale price. Obanga musubuzi. That's always my goal. Majority of the people that have bought cars with me, Bob, they can attest in Titagu Bwagule Modoka. They can literally sell it for higher than the price they actually bought it. I also make sure that you get a healthy car because of once a sudde. Sikorangaba broker. Normally when brokers, kuba city broker by the way. That's why I normally tell you fune Modoka ezizo. Then nzijene makanika wange tukole inspection tukugambe kuzino zona this is the best, this is what you should buy. But if you don't get options, we can help you look at trace for options. Netukuyamba ko kufuna emotoka nolonda mu gyosiimye naffe netukuyamba ko kulonda emotoka ennungi. Transfers affe normally zigwa mu week mu transfer yemu. It's only one transfer that so far I've totally failed to do, and the owner of the car is now helping me. We bought a car for one of my followers here, Hillary, and the reason we have so far failed to transfer is the person that is in the logbook shifted. Now they live in Canada, and they were about to give me the password to get my transfer forms, and then they called someone, a relative in Kampala, that told him we don't manage to more password, and yet they don't know how to do what I need done to get the transfer forms. I sent them an instructional video for them to do a transfer for me, but they are still reluctant. So what I did, I gave Hillary the number of the guy to see if for him he can try and convince this person to give them the transfer forms. But that's the only transfer we have so far not been able to do. Other than that, all the cars that we have sold to people, transfers have been done successfully. Transfers have been done successfully. So that's how I keep the lights on this channel and the TikTok that I recently opened. Yeah, so you can support me with pre-purchase inspection. Don't go, you see, the 400,000 that I charge seems like it's a lot of money, but I can tell you that you pay me 400,000 and the amount of money you save, my God. I've literally been telling these guys the story of the RAV4 guy that called me. He was in Machinje. He had already seen car options, and they were saying to him a Subaru. They were selling to him a Subaru at 16, which should ideally cost 9. They were selling to him a RAV4 at 16, which later on we got for him a better one. We got for him a better one at 9. So you can imagine someone saving more than 5 million because they were able to pay 400,000. You get, now those are savings that sometimes someone will not know, but those are savings that I come here and talk about. Simanyo Baba Jukira, when they realize that okay, I might have sold. Tony Jr., good morning. Your dad is coming, eh? Kare, you proceed. Let me just go through some of these comments since I've packed. Good morning, Salmina. Good morning, Jerome. Good morning, Marvin. Good morning, Council Patrick. Good morning, Abu Baker. Good morning, Edrin Mogerwa. Good morning, Tony Casita. Grace, I hope I've tried to answer you. Good morning again. Good morning, Gaetano. Good morning, Moses. Hey, Mzee. Ondabyo nonziruka. Good morning. Olekere totonna ntandikako.
Akantu na bouncing gundi gye nali maze okukola ky'okuteekako all the master effects. Gifuna obeera ogenda ku
eno kati kafe yaffe.
Kafe yammwe. Kafe naagirabye. Tonnaba kumpaguza.
Kati kankole nti mpa kompyuta yo. Mpa kompyuta nze nteekeko naagenda gireeta. Ngenda teekako ka folder. Yeah, so munansonyi okukola business zange mu broadcast naye temuli password ndowooza.
AIS Music with capital AIS ne M.
Kale. So you can do nenga tayina muliro. Okay, you can would you okay. Marvin, guys, let's please like the live stream. Thank you. You're 28 guys. Give me likes. Give me 28 likes, guys. What's your take on Gaia? What do my take? Would you recommend it, Uncle? How is it fuel consumption? What do you to me mobilize? Yes.
Daddy, but do you have a lot?
Yes, it's in my bag. What's the
Daddy, but why did you get someone's
because I'm going to put some things on for him here. Uncle Salmina, Gaia Simoto Kambi. It's not a bad car. It's the Gaia is the Ipsum. The Gaia is the Ipsum. The Gaia is the Ipsum. It just has a different body. Which it's the agri version of the Ipsum. Probably some people that bought the Gaia or that buy the Gaia, they just don't want to have a car that is very common. But even the resale value or Ipsum atunango wa Gaia tanatunda. That's something probably you should tell your friend. Nainga simoro kambi ye Ipsum yenyini. Good morning Mugerwa bana ngame Moses. Okay, according to her experience, caricature Nissan A1200. Ogamba Nissan 1200. Also Mama Fina is durable, tougher, and wasa ya afa na yanage mata. Owa engineer Bajaj oyo namu saving a million is alisuka mutano. Tazidi million nga mukaga. Bali bagenda mukuba. You know the brokers in Machin, they actually even bought him breakfast. Ne bamutuza ufegwe twatu kale batuka tugenda bawa akakadde. Memuyise buyisa muroka yafe. But someone has already paid me answer shena ku mobile money because I think yatubukayo. Nagamba naite banzibe. Nakubira mukwano gwe yali amuwe namba nagimuweza nankubira bwe natuka ne muganda nzi sikola inspection atona ampa zange. And he sent, I didn't have MTN, so he sent it on my mechanics MTN number. So and that's how we saved him some money. That's how we saved him some money, yeah?
Can I just drink some of these?
Yes, no problem. Good morning, Dorothy. Yes, you did. Thank you, Arthur. I think I should get the Nissan Note out of my system. If you can, you know, if you really can't get the Nissan Note out of your system, buy it. But it's important for you to remember that it will be high maintenance. This is not mine. Is it mine? I don't. No. This is not my bottle. You wait for mommy. When she gives me, I'll give you to drink some of mine. Has she given me? No, she hasn't. You wait for mommy.
But this one is yours.
Yeah, I use a different bottle. And there are and Grace, there are other options of the Nissan Note. There are the other options of the Nissan Note, the Spacio, the Rawoom, that will not give you hard time. That's what I recommend. That's what I recommend, but you never know. And then normally when people are selling to us, they don't tell us. There is a person I know Muganda way Muganda way, a real brother. They go with him, the brother tells him, this is really nice. Now you can imagine a blood brother. If a blood brother can make you do that, now a mere friend. And people are not loyal anymore. Someone will say,
juices are not, it's for you.
It's not mine. You know, you're drinking someone else's juice. I don't know how you're going to tell mommy. I think you're drinking mommy's juice.
That is not mommy. Mommy, she has her own.
Okay. Arthur, briefly tell me about digital number plates. I hear them in rumors. I've not heard of them, Mansoor. Maybe I also need to read about them. I've not heard of them. Digital number plates. I've not heard of them.
Do you have a bottle? You don't have.
There's a small bottle that mommy gives me. Lukumi mubibiri. Kati, if you're talking about Lukumi mubibiri, Moses.
Do you want to get a small bottle like
Mommy normally gives me the small bottle. But let me finish. We can talk later. Okay? Yes. So Moses, I drove a Lukumi mubibiri for like a week. One thing I realized, Akakamotoka, it's a carburetor. So the normal problems of carburetor cars, that's mine, eh? Now you have given me a big bottle today.
You deserve it.
Okay, so you tell him, eh? I've put it on the desktop, the folder, Java Jiraba.
First put that laptop.
First take it to him. I'm going to wait. First take it to him and tell him that.
You've put it on the desk.
Yes, the
What's
folder
the
is.
name?
He will see. Moses, the time I drove it, the typical carburetor car problems. When you get bad fuel and it has that, the carburetor can get blocked, and then you get a problem with getting ignition. 2, that car has a problem with the brakes. Banange tekawo na bridge. Banange mukama asaside lukumbibiri. That lukumbibiri, oba if there was a way they could like swap the braking system and they put some other braking system. The braking system normally is the problem. It runs a week in Nakavgangira Tekasiva. The good thing is most of them are manual. Over all of them, I've never seen an automatic one. So you can brake with the gears. But if you have it and you buy, the engine is healthy and you give it good fuel, it's a car that you will enjoy driving. Number plates digital sizimani. After you skip, I skip. Which one have I skipped? Mama Fina, I've read it. Ninganze Mama Fina okumpeleza ekinana sijja kuteeka jatekayo change. Guys, 27 viewers. I need 31 viewers. I need 31 likes. You like the broadcast. Thank you. Good morning, Arthur. This Toyota Progress Enuetia. Man, the thing looks solid and the interior. So you want to finish it? Progress Enuetia and the interior na ye Enuetia. That car is a 2500cc. But it's VVTi. That thing has one major issue that I've seen.
Daddy only have 10 juice.
Okay. You see the braking system. There is what we call a servo. There is a brake cylinder, that brake fluid cylinder. Now with the Toyota Progress, that thing is solid. So brakes the problem is the brake cylinder, the clutch, the brake fluid cylinder over the servo. You just have to buy the entire thing, which will cost you 800,000. Now, basoboro kuchiya obane mechanical omugezi. There is another system they can put there which is cheaper. But if you have to replace that entire thing, you will spend about 800,000, which is too much for the car. Because nebo boji tuna progress agenda kwa millions jisuka musanvu. Nebo ebanda mwetia. Ochitegera. Era bo mfuno okujja kunga yajinonyeze banga nga yeja ayagala particularly. But if people are going to buy a car at 10 million, the Mark II Grand is much more comfortable than that Progress. Ochitegera. And actually instead of buying you want to drink more?
No.
Okay, you close. But where is the cover? You didn't give me the cover. You find the cover. Instead of buying the Toyota Progress, why don't you buy the Mark II Grand? The Mark II Grand I find is much more solid and much more comfortable and easier to maintain than the Toyota Progress. Toyota Progress, bobo inamuka center akasuka kao, why don't you buy the Crown? Martha's question about the Alex, let me look for it.
And it was behind you.
Arthur, I hear we are soon switching to them in Uganda this year. I've not heard of that news, but now again, that you can name your call. Let me find Martha's question. Arthur, how much is project Toyota Alex? Toyota Alex, never even vundu, million kuminabidi. Never even vundu, by the way. That car, I think when we talk about durability versus reliability, the Toyota Alex ticks all the boxes. It's durable, it's reliable. Like my car. Durable and reliable. So that's why that car is overpriced. Teina jeraga, durability, tefafa, reliability. So, nebo nobo yagala jigulanga project car, oyinza jisanga teina engine no jigula million 10. Kale oba 8. Nga teina engine, nga engine yayo afa, yeah?
Daddy, Mommy, she's taking long to go.
She's coming.
Class.
You get what I'm saying, Martha? Yabe imu Alex. I actually seen yabe. It's overpriced. It's one car that will only let someone buy. Nga yeja yagada nga ulira jafa. Ochitegera. But instead of buying a used Toyota Alex at 20 million, you got a million ton of neka vits mo bond. And if you import your own car, you can import a 2010. You can import a 2010 Sienta.
What?
And if you use like 24 million, Ochitegera, you can import a 2010 Sienta. I'm sure you can import a number of 2010 model cars at like 24 million. So why would you buy a used Alex at 20 million? Importation of course takes some time. Imotoka yinza okujja myezi ng'ebiri ebiri kitundu awo oba esatu okitegeera. But you know you'd get a later model And no, you'd stop doing that. I think I've talked about Toyota need newer fuel Touareg. Those cars are very okay. They are very okay. They only have one problem: the braking system. If a mechanic is inexperienced, they will not be able to time to make the brakes work. 4 times you have done inspection. 4 times you have done inspections. What are the chances of finding a bad engine in Mark II Musota? Never. I've never seen one. And Mark II Musota, remember, has 2 engines. There's that engine over the 1G. Then there's the Beams 2000. The Beams 2000 rarely fails. It's a big engine. You don't want to water Mark Beams about a cause because it's service. But just driving that you can kill that engine. That's quite impossible. It's quite impossible. We should also differentiate cars manufactured as performance, luxury, economy cars. Thank you, Alan. By the way, Alan, what you told me about my brakes was true. My calipers or hangers, or whatever you call them, those were nails. What were you talking about? You have that technical language. We got those things out, and those were nails were the problem. So I just decided to buy the hangers, both of them. And the brakes are silent now. So over which other person had the same problems? Mechanical but if you have the buy the right things, you buy the right things, then you'll not have I don't have those noises anymore. Arthur, Alex and Ranex, are they the same? Different? They are literally the same car. It's just the design that changes. You realize that the interior has some changes, the body is changed. But thank you. But you realize that the engine is the same because they have the same engine like mine. Of course, you can find that they created a performance version that has 1.8 or 2.0 which take. Yeah, that happens. Alan is saying the Progress is a luxury car, so don't expect fuel economy. Exactly. And the only person that I've seen that has no complaint with the Progress is the person that lives in Bukoto, works in town. Katoyemoro katayinza kumanya nti enyo n'okunywa okitegeera ene waffe gyembeera agenda yo kulima retractable pins. Yeah, so we bought the entire thing, the entire system on both sides. Then they even ne bawagala ne bazita batezo those things baziwagadde nazo. So I'm sorted now. Yeah, actually I hi cuts. So Matsuani fandoza nawe nkuzemu and retractable pins. Nissan X-Trail T30 reliable. All those cars are reliable. Normally I can tell you the Nissan X-Trail I cannot vouch for it because I've seen an MP fail to keep the Nissan X-Trail on the road Najwa mechanic. I've seen it, an MP, and it was an MP was still in parliament. Kati MP ali mu parliament walemererwa maintaining emotoka yo kukubo. Gwe. Ngatiba MP, they get sitting allowances, they get over 35 million in salary, they get fuel allowance, they get so many allowances. So you would expect that guy can actually maintain that car properly. Na iya mulema najua mechanic. And guys, you guys need to Aban, I'm working. Okay? Aban, can you stop asking me questions when I'm working? Thank you for understanding. So Alan has made a very important point. There is a car that is called, there are cars that are created for performance. There are cars created for luxury. There are cars created for economy. Okay? It's one thing, it's you wake your brother up. We need to understand these differences. My Corolla was created for economy. Which take it. Now kind of performance, Alan. Of course you can stretch an economy car to have performance. And of course, luxury, Alan, I believe luxury might be subjective. There are people that will believe that a Kosa, that a Kosa is luxurious. Abatamanyi mamotoka, abakuzenga tebakulidde mamotoka. Wachitegeera. And then there are cars that are created for performance. Like I was talking about the Fielder. The Fielder has 1.5, 1.8 and 2.0. Now 2.0 is definitely performance. More your category Moroka is a Fielder. He has seen the folder.
He's checking.
But he's far.
I have to go to there.
Up.
Not this building, there's a building in the middle.
So some performance cars, some luxury cars and some economic cars. It's important for us to understand The Blade, for example, the Blade is not an economy car. It's a performance car. It's not. The Blade was created for performance. So you don't expect it to consume like my Corolla. Progress is luxury. Crown is luxury. Mark II Grand is luxury. Of course, it has a mixture of some economy and then some luxury. So the Progress is I got it, but it's nice. Yeah, it's really nice. Arthur, kindly handle my question. Henry Ojambo, what question was that? Kati Mark II Grand, does it have a front wheel drive? Then Grand ne Crown Enunji. How much should be both the budget, the fuel consumption? Now, Henry, the Mark II Grand is rear wheel drive. Of course, there are some 4-wheel drive versions, but don't buy 4-wheel. You don't need 4-wheel. Just learn how to drive that rear wheel drive car and you'll be okay. The Mark II Grand is rear wheel drive, but it will not give you trouble. Before we said that, whatever, me, I live in the village, but I will drive the Mark II Grand comfortably. I drove the Musota and I was okay. Just make sure you don't move into neighborhoods that are bad. Because it's only a bad neighborhood that has very bad roads where you'll be sleeping all the time. My neighborhood is good. We have some good roads. People that drive plats, kosa. Motoka obutono tonobo. Some musoso kuvuga empola. Abantu bavugadde empola. Oli ewantu oyina kubanga odduka okasaasira. So, Mark II Grand is a very good car, but a good Mark II Grand ejja kutandikira mu million nga 12 million ojambo for a good Mark II Grand. Then a good Crown, I would say have about 18 million. And at 18 million, don't be picky. Don't come and say I want a UBB. At 18 million, you settle. You look for a good one, okay? And you need to understand that the Crown has the same engine as a Mark X. Which, of course, there are Crowns that have the same engine as a Progress. But the newer models, which I'm thinking when you have like 18, you can be able to get a newer model. Like a 2005. Yeah, 2005. That one has a V6 engine that is in Mark X. Which take 18 million, but 18 million, don't be too picky. Where you have to start being picky when you have about 25 million, then we can start saying, okay, UB series. Which take the Mark II Grand at 12, still don't be too picky. It will be a newer number plate, USZ, UBA. It's possible to get UBB there, which take but still don't be too picky. The fuel consumption of the Crown is the Mark X. The Mark II Grand is the Mark II Musota. Not so bad. A liter can take you for like 8, 9, 10, depending on the health of the engine and your driving habits. 4 times you have done is okay. We should also okay. Your question, how much can I get a Spacio? The second one. The new model have about 16 million to get a good one. The old model have about 10 million. Okay. Mark IIs are performance cars. That's the reason why they are rear wheel drive. Okay, and even their engine is totally different. But performance, nenze nganda bakatokotanga kataina performance. Naningi sasa no jisasa ngara engine yinzo kuba. My Corolla engine has more bass than the Mark II engine. I take Crown Arthur Jagambi. The Crown is luxury, I think. Uncle Arthur Chimanyi these days to Live. Yeah, we have gotten some new members, and the new members, you're welcome. Feel at home. Have live broadcasts every day, Monday to Friday, 7:15 a.m. and then Saturday and Sunday the broadcasts happen at 5:15 in the evening. My shoulder injury is slowly coming down. By the way, since most Benz cars, sedans are luxury plus performance cars, hence rear wheel drive. You never hear those drivers complain. But I think, Alan, the thing that happens with Benz is they are heavy. So the Mercedes, it's very rare to find a Mercedes Benz that is stuck anywhere. They are very heavy. Hi Josh, a Land Rover is reliable. They are durable. I can't speak for reliability. Good morning, JK. Been here from the start, but I was getting ready to leave home because of an appointment. Bambi, where the Kubera, liking that as well. But guys, you're 36 people. give us the 36 likes. Where about the Jake Baba? Give us the 36 likes. If you have not liked this broadcast, find the like place, like button, click. Just one second, Ngomaze. My question, Derek Fisher, where is the question? Njibuse kweli. Arthur, compare for me a Toyota Oppa and Toyota Vista Adeo, both with 1.8cc VVTi engines. Which would be better to buy? Okay, I don't think it's too hard to know. The Oppa will work for you. If the kind of person that likes, if the kind of person that uses the car also for business engagements and all, the Vista definitely works. It will give you more weight than the Oppa. If you don't care about where you go with your car, ngagwa kamoto kovuga buvuzi, buy the Oppa. And of course, the Vista is cheaper in the market. Why is it cheaper? People tend to believe that the Oppa will give you better mileage. The Vista might not give you as because the Oppa can give you like 11 kilometers per liter, and then the Vista gives you 10. The difference is negligible. Why? Because the Vista basically has a bigger body. So they have the same engines. They both have the engine that is in the Primo new model. But for me personally, if I were to buy of those cars, I would take the Vista. Why? Because there are times when so I want to have a car that has space. That's the challenge I found with this Corolla. It doesn't have enough space for me. I don't know if I make sense. So I would definitely recommend the Vista. Why? Because first of all, you'll buy the Vista cheaper. You'll buy the Vista cheaper, and yet it will give you the performance, the same performance as the Oppa. It will give you more space. It will give you more weight, especially as a man. Kati omusajja ka Oppa kaleke, omusajja gula Vista. I hope I've answered you. Arthur, could there be RAV4 just as the one on the chart with automatic? Yes, they are there. They are the biggest percentage. Most of them are automatic. Chances of finding Beams 2000 good engines, like 90% of those engines are good, because like Alan said, the Mark IIs are performance cars. They have strong engines. Service. It's very rare to find that engine blown. The person wasn't doing service. How much can I save for manual Corolla UAM? You can inbox me. Don't save for my car, leave it alone. You're going to put a new engine. Yesterday I put new hangars. I actually want to swap the entire interior. It's just that last time my mechanic had got me an interior to swap, but that chipapula, one of the chipapulas was spoiled. It was an accident. Ranix, the interior is literally the same. So I could just get these seats, give them to that guy, get his seats, put them here, get the chipapula, put them here. And if the dashboard was also healthy, I would have gotten the dashboard, but the dashboard was blown. So I want to get an accident car that has a healthy interior and swap the interior and put it here. Put a new engine. My mechanic was even telling me I should put 15-inch rims. Of course, that will increase my fuel consumption a little, but the car will be higher, it will be sexier, and then my kids will enjoy driving it when they are at campus. Whatever. Kambarage, parking the bundas, muchala. Nabagamba, mukama katonda bwakutera omukisa mu kintu. You remember this saying that katonda bwakuwa ennume ezaala. This is what is happening to this lady. Tupakinga wano nga tuzze gula bundazi. Nakuba wano bapakinga balina okukimanya nti parking ya mukyala bwa bundazi kati alina okwongerako mu maaso. Okitegeera. Naye tebagala na parking n'atwala space yaffe n'atera ffe tunonye bundazi. Okitegeera. Arthur Renault Duster. How is Toyota 1010? Toyota 1010 is a good car. Toyota 1010 is I would say is almost the same as the Primo. Okitegeera ka engine ke katono mukko kaba ka lukumi mu lukaaga. Nyabo jebaliko mukabaragala otekamu mu darasini. Kicho otekamu mu darasini. Nga nafunye ka skonda am allergic to cinnamon. Atakwata bukwasi. Anti kabalagala nade simugulanga ko chovola nkubuuziza.
Konda kwata bukwasi.
Atakwata bukwasi baba. Mwebwe mulowooza naye nze buli wende mudala sini nfuna kasukona namalako ne wiiki. Temuli naye era kabalagalawo sijja kuddamu mulya. Sijja kuddamu mulya kaninde obundaazi bwange. So koloti ogenda kukola sombuusa 1000 ne buno okitegeera
Wameka?
yezisigaddewo
Sawa wa 10.
n'ennyongeza ate oyongeramu butto sooka osiikire nze. Could there be rough eyo nkimaze chances of getting eyo gimaze motoka nge togisavingira giveeko. How much can someone get a good visitor? 10 million and above. Oyinza ogifuna below okitegeera, but I'm telling you 10 million because 10 million I'm certain you can get one, but it's normally above. Omukisa goguba kati bala million kale nga 12 jemmanye eri biro erina ebipapula bya mitwalo 6 nungi nnyo naye erina ebipapula bya mitwalo 6. That's why none of my members has actually bought it. 10 is a very good car, but I wouldn't advise anyone that has money now to buy that car because bajja kwagala jiguza 8 million, yet at 8 million you can get other good cars, like you can get a Vitz. The Vitz would be a better car than the 10. Instead of buying a 10, just buy a Primo. It will be better than the 10. Good morning, Juko. Renault Duster. There are cars that are even rare. Like how many do you see on the road? Like if you drive for 4 hours. How many Renault Dusters do you see on the road? That should explain to you. It means that the people that bought them last year probably don't have them on the road this year. Mr. Abe, the car owners with Beams engines, majority of them know what they have and are proud of it. So if you look for it, you'll get it. Yeah. Accident car parts, emizimu jabagenzi togitya wa teri mizimu jabagenzi. When you die, you have died. That's why I'm eating life. And you know bundazi bofudde teri mbu mizimu bichi tebiriyo. Kajama okalabye Primo old model is how much? Enkadde ya million nga 8. Empya ugenda up to like 12. At 12 I wouldn't advise you to buy the old model. Okitegeera. Good morning. Exceptional. How exceptional? The Volvos are good cars if you have a lot of money. Today could be durability versus reliability. Durability versus reliability. A car that is durable is a car that will literally stay there and you look at it. The engine will be there, the gearbox will be there, everything will be intact. That's durable. Reliable is a car that keeps running literally all the time without ever breaking down. That's reliable. That's the difference. Now, in the past they used to tell us Mercedes-Benz teina jeraga tefa and all that. That's durability. Tejja kufa teina jejja kulaga nga buli wojja n'okuba ekisumuluzo yaka. However, the point of reliability ojja kwesanga ngikusuzaako kukuba olumu. Now, on the other hand, there are cars like the Toyota Ractis which are not going to be very durable. Until you can find that, like the Ranex, I wanted to swap the interior. You'll find that the Ranex is there. It was a UBM. You can imagine a UBM off the road in less than 3 years. Why? Because of course the reliability of cars, the durability of cars also depends on who is driving what. Some of those cars are durable because they are not driven. The same thing I was saying on TikTok. Wale motoka eziwangala naye ekiziwangaza kiri kimu banyini zote bazivuga kuba zifaafa. They are not reliable, so they keep them at home and they drive others. You all know a rich person that has 2 cars, one for functions and one for moving long distances. Aina javuga buli lunaku, aina ne javugako mu meeting y'omu Kampala eby'amaanyi. They have like 3 cars. So reliability and durability are 2 different things. Now brokers, when they are selling to you cars, There are times they'll start by telling you obuvera obupapula gabuyulika nnyo. Teka mbuvera obupapula ngendo tuka ku office nga buyulise. Yeah. I don't know if I make sense. Nti babroka baba bakutunza ajja kugamba gwera be bati likyali ku original kati emoroka ebadde tetambula dalebenga yagenda ko defeater. Okitegeera? And you know the demonized feeler to try and make you feel like feeler is the worst thing to ever happen to a car. Like jirabe yonna judde feeler. Feeler means omuntu yakulubula ne bagigolola oba yatomera ne bagigolola, as long as the feeler is not too much. I've actually seen a Renault Duster here. I've seen a Renault Duster. That's one. I'm going to count them. If I see more than 2 today, I'm going to do a review. But again, the feeler is not a very bad thing. Feeler means the car moves. Chiba omuntu atambula ye muntu afuna senyiga, because senyiga is airborne. Kati ku moto ku muntu atambula ku ngudo ze Kampala, definitely a car will have feeler once in a while. Okitegeera? Don't let someone tell you, Bati, good morning Athens, they want to go back to Golf. You can buy. The Golf is a very good car. Durable. Reliable, I can't guarantee, but it's durable. Okitegeera? So bajja kukonera ku bati ba broker baka ulire bati gwe. Ene moroka eri ku original labe bati tebayigololangamu. That's durable. Reliable is something I can never guarantee. Okitegeera? However, when I talk about cars, when I talk about cars like my Corolla, when I talk about cars like the Passion, when I talk about cars like the IST, when I talk about cars like the Alex, when I talk about cars like the TX Prado, I've just seen it in front of me. The TX, those cars are Wakati mwe nyongeza baba. Siri Musiramu, baga Musiramu bubuga ale nyongeza. Anze ndi mukatuliki. Awono yabampa, ono mumanyi si Musiramu. Ono yabampa nyongeza. Asobola okutuyambako. Because of Bundazi. I think Muslims just use that as an excuse not to give us nyongeza. Mu Qur'ani ebigana. When I talk about cars like that Passion in front of us, that car is both reliable and durable. That's why you see them. You can find a Passion on UAJ. Ngeri kubala ebala. Okitegeera? So when you're buying a car, you have to ask yourself, am I looking for durability? And let me tell you something about durability. When you talk about durability, emotoka togenda kujifiira. Most of the guys that compare the Raum old model to the Raum new model, they are talking about durability. Mbweri ngumu, ogenda kufira ku motoka eyo, gwe togenda kufuna ku sente gula ku motoka ampya. Gwe mbogenda kubeera mu sente ezo ogenda kufuna paka bwolifa. Ogenda vuga ka motoka kamu paka. So when you're talking about reliability, don't let people cheat you because they are saying motoka eguma, simanye battery yayo, simanye botomero wa boda, bichi. Gwe baka genda vuga ngo otomera. Durability is there, but durability should not be the only thing you look at when you're buying a car. Gulane motoka, yes, those Sientas are not durable. Kati ojiraba eri ku bijira izo zeninga emu yange. Nebi papi bisinga nebye moroka yange. Okitegeera? So you need to ask yourself, and sometimes also when we talk about resale value also, tuleme chikuliriza nnyo. I know I've been telling you resale value, but are you buying a car to make a profit? Oli musobozi. Okitegeera? Yes, I help you buy a car, and I help you buy a car that is at wholesale price. Neto gula moroka nga golemedde ku resale value all the time. Because you're not buying to resell, you're buying a car to drive. So buy a car you want. Buy a car that will give you peace through reliability. Okitegeera? So I don't want you to ever forget these things. Durability should not be something that brokers beat you with. Buli motoka ina durability yayo. Like Alan said, the cars that were made for economy, Bupaso Sete, Buraktis, those cars don't even have spare tires. Why? Bale abantu bali banonya wo savingira mafuta wokka. On the other hand, these off-road vehicles all have spare tires. Either the spare tire is down under the car or in the boot or on the boot. And that Mercedes-Benz that is going, actually for Mercedes-Benz, that's an economic car. For Mercedes-Benz. This Corsa here was an economic car. That's why when people drive them badly, the engines blow. When they overload them, the engines blow. Those old Primos are reliable and durable, but some people overprice them. 16 million in Gogura Chimbutu. Exactly. Someone was telling me a story of someone that bought it at 18. But they beat it with that durability thing. Ngumu genda jifirako. Oba mwe bagenda okuziika nti ogiguza oguliddeko coffin. Good morning. How is the RAV4 2005 and Subaru Forester Cross Sport? What should be the budget? Tandikira mu million nga 25. Maybe if you're looking at those two cars, the Cross Sports and the RAV4 2005, tandikira mu million 25. Ate zo million 25 nadala mu RAV4 keweronda nnyo with the RAV4. With the Cross Sport mukama akusasira oyinza okweronda londa mukko naye RAV4s, those cars RAV4s, they're hot caking again. Last year they were not hot caking, but since the prices of cars increased, the RAV4s are hot caking again. So it's one thing you need to remember. I think the problem we have as car lovers is we always want to buy cars which are not common in public, yet on the other hand they are going to cost us a lot in maintenance. Exactly. Me, I don't care about commonality. I don't think I even have a dream car anymore. Yes, the Crown is nice, but it's okay, it's there. Is it going to feed me? Is the Crown going to feed me? I told you that when I came up out of the Crown and I sat in my Corolla, I realized my Corolla is also comfortable. I just have to work on it. You're very comfortable. Of course, when I get money, I will buy the Crown. But it's not something that I lose sleep over. Good morning, Arthur. Go for Gura. Arthur, kindly give examples of cars that are both reliable and durable, price ranges. Okay. Primo old model between 8 million and infinity, because those cars are too overpriced. Primo new model starting at 15 million, a good one, and infinity because they are also overpriced. Toyota Alex starting at 15 million and infinity because it's also overpriced. The IST, both new and old model, starting at 15 and infinity because they are overpriced. Toyota Mark II Musota and Mark II brand starting at the Mark II Musota you can even get at 7. Depending on availability still. It can be higher depending on availability and condition. The Mark II Grand, I normally say 10 million and above depending on availability and condition. Toyota Hilux, now I have to talk about diesel cars as well. Toyota Hilux, depending on availability, tandikira million era 25. But with the Toyota Hilux with 25 million, don't be picky. You can buy UAF at 25, but it will be reliable and durable. You see that Pro Box there, both reliable and durable. Someone will say Rumion has been on the road for like 2 years. You cannot say that about a car that has just come on the market. That's why the reviews are not so many. Even the people that pretend to be doing reviews on the Rumion, they are not really doing reviews there because nobody really knows the Rumion problems yet. Because most Rumions are new. That car, the Corsa, if you handle it properly, it's both durable and reliable. But if you overload it, if you drive it recklessly, the engine will blow in like 6 months. The Nadia, it's durable and reliable if handled properly. Ipsam, durable and reliable even when you don't handle it properly. Chibina, Corona now 190, durable and reliable even when you're reckless. Chikumi, durable and reliable even when you're reckless. Even the Primo old model, by the way. Some cars are like suede shoes. We baby them around instead of daily driving them. Yeah. How reliable is the RAV4? Very reliable. The RAV4 first generation is very reliable. Good morning, Joseph. Good morning, Mr. Arthur and everyone here. I'm sorry I have not been available due to job issues. I mean, Mr. Lucia. So I don't know who's the dollar. What do was in actually okay? Omeze Tondo. Simeze Tondo. Edwin. I'm just saying, eh? I think Nkuze Nkadbi Yekati, because majority of my friends that I know that have gotten to this level of Basajja Bakadde, and I think I have my spirit is old now. Omoyo gwa nkatweguli gukuze. I just drive what have you seen a rich man driving a Primo old model? Now the amount of money he has, he can buy a Kawundo, he can buy whichever car, he can even go to Toyota Uganda and buy a car at 100 million. Nenga is driving a Primo old model of 7 million. Those guys have old spirits. I think I've gotten to that level. Is it possible to get a Primo new model 2006 UP? Yes. Yes, it's possible. Patrick, I've not skipped. Which question? I think I've answered. I remember answering a question that Primo old model is how much at the moment. Primo old model, after I talked about it, you just skipped it. I said the Primo old model, the older number plates are at around 7, 8, depending on condition. And the ones at 7, the engine might not even be healthy. They are even rare right now. I'll tell you why they are rare. Majority of the guys that have those Primos, they might not be sent. It's a fact. They are budget drivers. They are like me. They might not know sentences. So they keep their Primos. They don't sell. That's why the people that sell, they overprice because of Jakano Nyanga Tokaraba. So only Wabana Konga ingini info. Ira Jaka kusela because ababuina abasinga tebalina sente bulungi zigatta kugula moroka ndala. So babuvuga kubufirako. Boba why avuga Primo, I did not say that to offend you, but it's a fact. Looking at the market and looking at the people that drive those Primos, the old models. Shed more light about engine capacity. The engine capacity, most of the Primos on sale are by the way 2.0cc. It's like you're driving a Mark II Musota. So then instead of buying a Primo on an older number plate at UAH at 8 million, I'll definitely tell you to buy a Mark II on UAR at 8 million. Because it will be much more healthier, will give you much more comfort. Yet the same consumption, even less, because the area will have VVTi. But the Primo has a 1.8cc version, which is a little common. It also has a 1.5cc version, which is rare, very rare. I used to hate Chibina na ye okubarwena tandiko okulaba this channel. I fall in love with it. Zirimu money obaneda. Zirimu. They have money. They have manuals. And Chibina is that one car that you will drive. Gwaji ko wanogabo waye. Mujimpe musent. Chibina is like the Mark II Musota. You're the one who gets tired. No gamba. But I've driven this car for long. You give me money, I buy another one. You see this forester in front of us is UBK. That forester will get off the road when some Chibinas are still there. UAB. The Chibina is one car that is patient. It's very patient with its owners. Chibina Jidabe Duka, it's bulletproof. Bananga bantu bakubira ebitala laba abantu bakubira ddala ebitaala tebakyaswalirako ddala yadde ate kyewunyisa abantu avuga emmotoka za layisi bakuba ebitaala oba batalina lwakuba talina kyafiirwa even if the traffic police parked there they would not lose anything and the car is 3 million kati moka million salu baji parking akagenda yeyanga agulenda bakuba ebitaala ab'emmotoka ez'ebbeeyi tetukuba bitaala sente zaffe za bbeeyi emmotoka zaffe za bbeeyi. Also the person that asked about the Primo new model, remember they have these Primos have a version. You see that one, Ejibaita Sea Light. I don't know if you knew that. That one is a little more expensive than the other ordinary one. There is an ordinary one that doesn't have a sea light. Now the sea light also has a zigzag gear lever. That one is a little more expensive. Hey, guy, akuye U-turn. You were hurry. I want to work upon the no U-turn. Yeah. Waliwe abantu balina emitima bannange nze U-turn njitya kuba yali ensibizaako ba U-turn nensanga guy IOV. Anyway, durability versus reliability. I don't know if you guys have understood. You see this Outlander in front of us? Actually, the Outlander is the RVR. That Outlander is durable. I'm sure you guys have seen Nissan Terranos, Isuzu Bighorns in those compounds. That's what we call durable. Ochitegera terina jera gebati olisanga liri intact amatala nga tegalina kigabadde engine nga mweri etudde gearbox mwebiri nenge moroka yote tambula. That makes it unreliable. This Outlander is durable. Ochitegera, but the question of whether it will be reliable, that depends first of all on your maintenance schedule, how much money you have on your account. Era omuntu avuga Outlander eno baba balodi kati ata tojja kuveno ogula Outlander olwokuba ofunye obusente obusobola ogigula ijja kulema gula kawundo at least because kawundo esoboka. You see, these are two different Outlanders. There is this one, there is the other one, the blue one. These are Outlanders, but I think different models. Nezina LEDs instead of kubeza emyaka emipya. They are both Outlanders, they are different, but the other one is even higher. So you see these off-road vehicles, they all have their spare tires. Naked when they are creating economic cars these days, they just have spare tires. That is which take it. This is another, but this is older even. It's U80. This is UBK. But me, I will take the U80. Seems better. U80 ya fair. Where do you get replacement engines for? Reconditioning and all the car. What do you look out for? Go with the mechanic. The mechanics know where to buy those engines. One thing I can tell you, that in every business, you need to understand the challenges. You will need to understand that if you want to buy an engine, mechanics know people that sell engines, they know people that sell good engines, they know people that sell bad engines, they know people that bring very bad engines as well. So what you have to do is trust your mechanic, and I hope your mechanic is not trustworthy. Like the guy that was selling to us a bit, telling us he put a new engine 1.3cc, nenga bamuguza 1.0cc for the price of 1.3. You get it? So you just have to make sure you have a mechanic that is trustworthy. Ngatajja kuba the mechanic wange tanziba kale tanziba nnyonnyo era lwanzibye nange mmanya nti my mechanic tatera kubba. So but the engines emunda wali abatunda engine ewa wali abatunda engine. There are so many places, spare parts shops, and there are dealers, and you can also send for it yourself. You might even save some money. If you have someone that is naked, the risk is nti oyinza okutumya engine eyo neituka wanongambi. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. There are chances that you'll get an engine neituka wanongambi, which yet here when you buy the engine from Kampala, if it's bad you can take it back. Okitegeera. Ata chibina zako makunamba. Waliwo ne UBG je nalaba recently. I think you can even bring it as long as you have the money to pay taxes for it. You pay taxes, you bring it if you want. But I saw a UBG recently. Me too. Najikubira okushero Kampala Road. on that road which branches off to Mini Price. Ne bansarako police, but not to do it again. Anyway, the U-turn, that's one thing I try as much as possible to avoid, because Uganda knows you can even find a place that has no kapande. It has no sign to tell you that there is no U-turn, but the traffic officer will get you, why are you turning here? You get, but yabagagga bokka nekati ngovuga kakolola nga akangi bakuyimiza ne bakubuza lwaki okubya U-turn, ne bw'olina okubira U-turn bakukwatirawo. Kati U-turn, when you can avoid it. Those interested in Chibina, get the generation that has split. The half light, bajita half light. Bajita half light. You see that car, that Prado there? That's both durable and reliable. Which take it. There are cars that are both durable and reliable. That is one of them. There are cars that are both durable and reliable. That Ronaldo, both durable. Kati Chigege. The reason why Chigege is too popular is because Chigege is both durable and reliable. Which take it. Arthur, could it be that a vehicle of a VVT consumes 2.5 cc, 2.5 liter of a VVTi engine, 2.5 liter consumes literally the same as a 2.0 liter or a 2 liter engine that is ordinary. That's what I've realized. That's why I could literally use my 10K in my Mark II from Kasangati and back. Talk about a Caldina manual or automatic and how much you can buy it. Caldina is like a Chivina, especially the older models. Of course, there are new models that are like 2001. Those ones look even better. You take it. You can get a good Caldina at around 7, 8. It can even go higher. If you get the newer model that has VVTi engine, it will even be better for you. Which take it. But the older generation, you can get it for between 5 to 8 million, depending on, of course, the condition and availability. But it's a very good car. I drove the Caldina for over 2 years. I put Katanda on it. Ngisomba bidongo, inabeda ne bidongo, ngoteka flight case wagulu, noteka yo base bili entono, munda noteka mu full range ne bu top. DJ na atula wano, atha ni ntulanzena ningankola wiring we bidongo. Etulumba yabba emikolo be kwanjira kube embaga. Caldina yali mmoroka baba. Caldina is a very durable and reliable car. Which again, can I get a newer fuel to RF? No, you can't. 8 million is very small money for a newer. Oyagala kuchawa abantu kati. 8 million ojja kuchawe yakuyambako jigula, ochawe yajiguza, ochawe n'agikanika, ochawe ne mukyala okubata kuyambako kusindika. Bw'onoomala ochawe n'abakusekerera. So I would definitely not recommend to buy a new at 8 million people 8 million. A good newer would at least be 13. Atenga nyingi at that time. When you buy a newer at 13, the newers have to be too many in the market. That's one thing I can tell you. They have to be too many in the market. Other than that, a good newer nga million nga 15 nze nkubulira kujjako ngoyagala kuchawa abantu. They looked at it and just let me in a checking the comedy. I made a U-turn in a place where there was no sign and was stopped by traffic officers. I asked them to show me a sign refusing me to do it, and they couldn't. They asked me for my permit. They looked at it and just let me go. I have an international driving license. Yeah, definitely. If there is no sign, they have no right to get you. Which take it. But most of these places actually have signs. Especially we over Katingamo city center, in the side is a corridor upande we, but people still do U-turns banange. There is that place in Chisasi there near the roundabout, near Chisota Road. People do U-turns. Ngaraka pande kali yao kabatunudde kati no you and the police has not yet started getting them. Baba nene bakolera U-turn okusiga. Because what else would be the explanation for them not being fine? Is it possible to mix and match engines across car generations, like a low mileage Primo 2006 engine in a Primo 2001 model? No, you can't. There are so many things that will change. If you change an engine, you have to change the computer, you have to change the wiring, sometimes you have to change the mountings, you get. Sometimes you even have to change the gearbox, which is a cost that is not worth it. You'd rather just sell your car and buy a car with the engine you want. The only cars normally that I would let someone change is if you buy like a big horn. Or you can buy an engine, you see the engine that is in that Mark II, Mark II that Mark II in front of the RAV4. It has the Mugongo Gwamba engine. You can get that Mugongo Gwamba engine and the gearbox and the computer, okay? And then you put it in the Mugongo, in the big horn or the Terrano car. Or Mark II is the Mugongo Gwamba zilabira ku boot. Kasita boot ebanga etala lya mabegere terigatta. Ebeni mu engine Mugongo Gwamba ebiseera ebisinga. Okujjako nga bagikyusa bukyusa. Of course there are those that changed and put beams, but most of those cars that have that split light in the back, the Mark IIs have Mugongo Gwambo. So there are people that have changed and they put the Mark II engine in the Mercedes-Benz, sometimes the newer engine. So then that becomes a project car, because which person are you going to sell a car that doesn't have the original engine? Okujja choice. Normally it will be very cheap when you're selling and all. So I would actually recommend you just sell that Primo 2001 model that you have, top up money and buy the 2006 model. I had an permit yabakanga. How is a Corolla of 12? You can get a Corolla at 12. It will be good. It will be good. 12 million is good budget for a Corolla. It will be a good car. Obalaba boda. Obongo babukola butya nkira ko muntu atula ku boda obongo obufumuka nasigaza half. But there are sometimes when the way they ride their motorcycles and I'm thinking muntu ategeera. Good morning Arthur, how is a Corolla of 12 million? It will be okay. 12 million is good budget for a Corolla. Of course you'll get automatic. Manual katifa bazina tuli batono twematira tetwagala manya. Of course you might get a manual one for 12 because babanga abasubuzi bagula emotoka yange bagala gigula million munakitiza I'll sell it 12 million. Okitegeera. I heard that King Michael had a Ford Mustang with Toyota engine. Yes, it's possible, Jackie. Abana baswapinga wano. Bana baswapinga. Era otataga totyanga kuleta motoka yo bobo gireta otukubira bukubiza kifaananyi kya engine. Arthur, can we swap and ina ne tugamba yes we can. Gwe ngoleta motoka yo waba kuwadde empe kirengera fengo gireta we buy our engine in the second market. You'll be there driving your expensive car, yet you put a totally different engine. A driving school instructor told us that most vehicles in Uganda are imported with manual transmission, then change to automatic. Alabika yaliba na abayiga nga yeche yayiga kyali kuyigiriza mmoroka. Naye wayigadde mmoroka oyinza oba wayigadda nga ebya bigamba nga mu 1992, because now you go to the bond, that's where most imported cars are. There is no garage to change gearboxes. Most cars that come now are automatic, by the way. Manual cars, most people that have manual cars import them themselves, because how many people have you had that want to buy a manual car? Very rare. Bale mchala wange yatandika okuyiga emotoka ya mani etuuka makkati awo n'asikatira n'agamba nze byonna babize ba urban tebajja kusoma. Now she's coming back again automatic taka kulimba. Era yali anywedde kirabika either yali kapere yali kapere nge business yakagiyingira oba he was trying to justify to teach you money. He wanted to make sure you learn money. But most cars are automatic. You know how many people don't even know how to drive manual cars on the roads? No yatambula ali mu suuto y'omulaba. Oyinza omusanga tamanyi money. No yayambadde gagozo tamanyi money. Naye ono aleka amanyi. Alekanga driver. Aleka amanyi. But no yazale kubo yaleka tamanyi na motoka. But majority of the people in Uganda don't know how to drive manual cars. There is a time I took my car for wheel alignment. The guy that normally drives their cars to put them kulunya kanga vayo nekaja nekatule kabuza gear liveriwa. Kaka jango ovuge motoka yo. Guys, I have to go. But thank you very much. 45 people sigala vano ngasina 45 likes. Ate muvuddeko. Okay, 39 people. Please, if you have not liked this broadcast, find the like button down there and like the broadcast. Tuve wano ngatufunye like says werako. Thank you very much for being part of this broadcast. Gross Cabonero, Martha, Daniel DeWalt, Ndaura Abubeka, Tony Kasita, Abi, Mwebaza Marvin, Council Patrick, Jerome Lugaju, Gaetano, Salmina, The Farmer, Sebwende Moses, Mansur Hanifa, Henry Ojambo, Alan, our mechanic, Derek Fisher, Asimo Josh, Pasco Joseph, of course JK, aka Vincent, Nathan Juko, Eddie Seguya, Barry Agaba, Barry Obadobuze, Marvin Rionga, Marvin Mayambala, abo musajja mukulu basale kuchoka tusola kuduka bakubesa si wanu traebo osigala ngo duka bochuka wekoza mulabi Prince Siraje, someone was asking me about it in Jilabia. Bali Kudembe Joseph, Mr. Lucius, Edrin Mugirwa, Griffin, Ivan, Banabake Sisi Evanoya taxis Sasura Stinker, I think. Happy Isaiah, Benjamin B, Clip Films, those are the engaging. The number abali Mukamori, I don't take you for granted. Thank you for being part of this broadcast. Manual drivers are like iPhone users, definitely. Where do you go to learn? Driving schools, actually. Driving schools have. There is another school that I know that only teaches people how to use those graders and all. Kali awo nga kalero nga wakapa ku roundabout what? Basomesa graders okka. After thanks to the awareness, the number of live viewers increases every day. Amina. Thank you guys for being part of this broadcast. And the guys that are in Kamori, also, I don't take it for granted. If you downloaded this video and you're watching it probably a week after we broadcasted, Jeke orabye bizimbe, orabye bizimbe, Kampala tuchazanya. We are developed. Ebizimbo birengera Jeke, rengera, even the sky is working with us, giving us a very nice view. Hizo za tulidanda. kako karafu ke babadde bambuuza akakamuro katekagenda baba nako kalina ebizibu byako naye tekalina gye kalaga era ofaafaagana nako. Even taxis, these vans ezo zichigege ezisinga zijja za automatic ne bakyusa nkyuso zizza ku manual. Why they do that is because manual is efficient. It doesn't break down as much as automatics, and it's easier to drive basically for the taxi guys. Mukaya mani ewe mirembe kati nze mulabe mirembe gyendi ndi mukukira kaserengeta oni moga someone was saying endobo eri dangerous emyaka nkubidde endobo sitomerirangako mu ndobo emirundi gyonna gye ntomedde nninye muliro kati endobo teri dangerous nga muliro endobo kasitoba okuvuga. Yeah guys, kamba sibule. I'll see you tomorrow same time. I've already tomorrow's broadcast is already scheduled, so you can go and be in waiting, so that if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, subscribe. If you want to share with your friends and family, go ahead and share with them, because well, the things that we learn from each other on this channel every day are priceless. Nange lyemba yigirako kati tolaba Alan yampe ekyokolera gundi zange muloka ya city solo sirika eringa mpya kati oyo avuga kawundo BH nanga avuga AM tuli kyekimu just yali waggulu n'akanamba ate temumpakanya bye mubeere bulungi tunalabagana enkya.